In today's tutorial, we're going to do an end-to-end quilting embroidery design. Hi everybody, welcome to my little corner here on YouTube, Allie Sew Crafty. I have to say that I really like a quilting look on a bag, a pouch, or of course even a blanket. But I don't really enjoy the quilting process, like as of today. Now, this may change next week, of course, but as of today, I still don't enjoy quilting. So when I heard of end-to-end quilting using an embroidery machine, I had to try it. And I have to say this, it is really nice to have the embroidery machine quilt a piece of fabric for you, and it's perfect every time. There is no chances of the machine quilting on the wrong place, stitching the wrong line, the line being crooked, nothing. It is going to be perfect. Not only that, I can leave the embroidery machine going and I can go do something else, which to me, that's a plus plus. And today I'm using my Brother SE1900 sewing embroidery machine. However, the biggest hoop my embroidery machine takes is a 5x7. So in that case, I can only really do the end-to-end quilting embroidery on small pieces of fabric. Just enough to make like a small pouch, a Christmas ornament, coaster, or even for a piece of a bag, like just the front pocket of a bag, things like that. I love the fact that I can use my scrap of fabric and batting when using the end-to-end quilting in the embroidery machine, and you'll see in the video how to do that. Now, if you don't know where to find these files, I found mine on Etsy. I just went to Etsy and I typed end-to-end quilting embroidery, and a lot of options came up. I've added the links down in the description of the ones I purchased. I'm not an affiliate. This is not a sponsor video. I just want to share with you what I found. Also, you can go to Design by Juju. Again, in the search area, type end-to-end quilting, and you will have different options there. And they're not expensive. So that's good. Again, I'm not an affiliate or sponsor by Design by Juju. However, when you purchase your files, they come in different sizes. So anything from 2 inches to 9 inches even. Each little square could be like one section of the 5x7. So if you want to create one design for the entire piece 5x7, what I found is using Embrilliance Essentials really helped me, because I was able to stretch the design or just copy and paste the design and make the design to fit my entire 5x7 hoop. So if you don't have Embrilliance, I highly recommend it. Again, I'm not an affiliate of Embrilliance and this is not a sponsor video, but it has helped me so much having that program, and I use it. I use it all the time. Also added a couple of timestamps for you to go to the section that you want in the video. Let's go ahead and get started. Get your hoop. This is a 5x7, and I added a tearaway stabilizer. When you insert your stabilizer, just make sure that it's really tight. So make sure you tighten the hoop here, and that your stabilizer it feels a little bit tense, that there are no bubbles here in the center. If you want to accomplish that, what I do is that I just pull this stabilizer to make sure that it's really flat here in the center and there are no bubbles, okay? We're going to put some batting here and your exterior fabric. That's one way to do this. Another way that we're going to try today is after you add your tearaway stabilizer, you're going to flip your hoop to the bottom of it. And you're going to get kind of like your lining fabric, and you're going to place it so that it covers the area. Now you want to make sure that you have some of the hoop available that is not covered by the fabric, because we're going to tape this to the hoop. So get some masking tape or painter's tape, and you're going to take a piece and just tape it to the back of your hoop here. Here's one. Actually, I'm going to cut this a little bit more so that I can have more space here to add my tape. With that taped in place, you're going to flip it, okay? And you will see that the entire lining piece is covered, is covering the hoop area, okay? Now, here comes the fun part that I love about this process, is that you can actually take any of your scrap batting that you may have from other projects, and you can just place them in there. Believe me, it's going to work. Okay, they can overlap a little bit like that. And if it's a little long, that's okay, you can just cut it. So this is a perfect project to use those little pieces of fabric or batting that you may have that you just don't want to throw away. Like, look at my box. I have all of this. I don't want to throw it away. And so I found one way to use them, and is with this end-to-end quilting method for your embroidery machine. Consider liking this video and subscribing to this channel if you have learned something today. Once you do that and you have them all lined up nicely so that they cover the hoop area, all you are going to do next is take your exterior fabric and place it on top like that. Just make sure that your exterior fabric, it is actually a little bit bigger than the hoop, that the inside of the hoop. That way when it's stitching, it doesn't like pick up the fabric and gets tangled in during the stitching process. And that's it. Okay, now let's take it to the embroidery machine. I have my design here, and edit, embroider, and lower the presser foot and press stop. Now the back, as you can see, there is a tension issue here. I put the bobbin thread is a white bobbin thread, and I figure white will be good because it kind of blends in with the light pink, but a lot of the pink color came through, and I can tell there is tension issues. So definitely I will work out the tension. This is supposed to be the lining or the inside of whatever the pouch you're doing. So of course you don't want it to look like this. So in this case, I may have to put another piece of fabric and cover it. But the front looks really nice. I am happy. And let's take it out of the hoop now. And at this point, all you're going to do is square off your fabric. So take your ruler and a rotary cutter and you're just going to trim any of the excess fabric. When you cut it, make sure you leave about a ½ an inch seam allowance over the kind of like the end of the design. That will really help you when it's time to do your pouches or your coaster, your Christmas ornaments, anything. You just want to have some seam allowance to kind of work, you know, with your design or with your project. Another thing that you can do at this point to reduce bulkiness in your seam allowance is to fold your exterior and your lining away, and just take some scissors and you can trim off that excess batting and excess stabilizer. And that will really help you when it's time to do your final project. It will really help when it comes to putting it together and making the seam allowance less bulky. So just make sure that you're careful not to cut the bottom fabric, okay, the lining. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.